Hello! This is finds video 6 of all the favourite finds I've had over the years that I didn't record for YouTube. And I've got quite a few bits and pieces to show today. I think we'll start off with this enormous coin. And it is quite a big one. Very thick. It's probably about the size of a cartwheel penny. Now, this one's a public accommodation token. It's dated 1812. You can just see the date there. And that thing in the centre is two hands shaking. And they've got ruffs, I think, around the wrists. I'll put a picture up of what it should look like. I believe this one was the Union Copper Company from Birmingham, and it's a public accommodation token, 1 penny. It took a bit of searching to find one that would match, but it's a fantastic thing. Big lump of a coin. Right, here we go. We've got a lead figure, and she's quite big. I presume it's a she. It looks a bit like a skirt on, but you never know, I suppose. It could be some sort of fancy dress or something. I haven't been able to find out the age of this. It is lead, so I think there's a fair age on it. But I'm not entirely sure what it is or where it's from. I think it was part of something bigger because it doesn't stand on its own. I'm not sure if that's paint or just old sort of white fuzzy lead, but it's a big old piece. I've got this curious thing. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this. When I found it, I thought it was a palm guard. Yeah, you know, they use them for darning, sewing or whatever to stop the needles going into the hands, palms, I presume. They sit in the palm. I presume that's what this was, but I'm not sure. I mean, it almost looks like some sort of spoon with something molten sat in the middle of it, but I just presume it's a roughly made palm guard, because it would sit comfortably in the palm like that. You can only get at things like this. I mean, it is a fair heavy chunk of lead as well, but I mean, it's so smooth and rounded on that side that it's the only thing I can think of. Oh, I've got a fantastic little button here. Absolute beauty. I thought it was a coin to start with. It's silver plated, and I believe it's some sort of hunter's button. There's the back, you can see the button, but the front side, I'm pretty sure it must be some sort of hunting lodge button or something along them lines. That was quite an interesting little find, that. Now we've got what I think is a sheep. It's definitely sheepy looking. I don't think it's pig. It's not lead. I'm not quite sure. It's like an iron. I think it's got a bit of age to it. I think his little feeties have fell off though. A bit of a strange head. It looks almost, I don't know, like a dog's head, but I'm pretty sure that's not a dog. I think it's meant to be a sheep. But anybody's guess, I suppose. And I think this might have been part of some sort of, maybe a cat badge, I'm not sure. If anybody's seen anything like this design, please drop me a comment, because I'm not sure if it is military nature or not. It's pressed, tin of some description. But I'm really not sure what that logo or that design is all about. I've got military button. I think that's the pretty standard one that you usually find. Oh, and there's this. This is part of something bigger. It's quite a heavy little piece of stuff. Don't think it's lead. I think it's more of a pewter. It's very smooth that side. But this side, looks like a nice little pattern. I'm not sure what that's all about. If you've got any idea, if anybody's seen anything like this, do please leave a comment. Because a lot of these mystery items, I do have a search every now and again to see if I can find out what they are. But the best way is if a lot of people see it, somebody might have just found something similar or know what it's off. It would be a big help. What else have we got? Oh, square nails. I believe these are probably quite old, with them being square nails. 17 or 1800s maybe, I think they go back to. I'm not quite sure how late they used them till. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they might not be that old, but they do look a fair age. Again, if anybody has an idea of how old these are, please do leave a comment. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to hit the like. Here we go. It's an interesting piece. Now I think this might have something to do with a gun, an old gun. Now I'm sure there's quite a lot of people out there that will probably know better than I do. So you can put me straight if you know what this is off. But I'm fairly... I don't know, I just have a suspicion it's possibly gun related. There's a slight sort of pattern on that. It's just the way it looks, I don't know. If you've got any idea what this is, please let me know. It's another mystery item that I just couldn't find out for definite what it is. What else have we got? Oh, we've got a little mount here. I think it's some sort of mount. It looks a bit like a crown. And there's two mounting pieces on the back. And again, I'm not sure what this is all about. It's, you know, it's quite thick, weighty for its size. So if you have an idea what that is, let me know. Be very interested to find out. Oh, we've got a little token here. There's a picture on the back. I don't know if it'll come out so well, but it looks like two rifles crossed. I don't know how well that's coming out. I'm hoping it is. And on this side, I don't know which way up it is. I'm sure I think it says Liverpool. I don't know if it's some sort of gun shop token maybe. I'm not entirely sure. There's something else I'd like to know for definite what that is. You see the rifles crossed on the back. It's very, very worn. Very fragile. I don't try and clean it up because I think it would probably lose some of its detail. And I find loads of these. I'm not entirely sure what they're all about. I was wondering if it was off an old door. You know, the bit that moves the lock maybe. Possible. We've got loads of coins. Some of them in better condition than others, like this one. St. Edward VII. I usually find these in quite good condition. This one's a little bit rough around the edges. 1909. Still some nice detail on it for its age. And here, look at the condition of this. The majority of these I find are totally toast. But this one, it's absolutely lovely condition. Well, I think I found this on the beach, but I found it in an area that stays quite dry. So I don't think it's been in the seawater particularly. With a little bit of discoloration at the top there, but just incredible condition. What else have we got? We've got a nice collection of silver coins to go through. I have to say, the AtPro is incredible at finding silver. One guy told me that the later ones aren't as good, something about different firmware or something maybe, but mine just absolutely loves silver. There's a lovely little George here, a little bit worn. I think we can still see the date. If I can get the front to focus properly. There, 1920. Sixpence. So that's right on the cusp date of 1920 where they changed over to half silver. But there are still some at 1920 that are still full silver, but there's not many as far as I've heard. The majority of them were then half silvers. These little things, the little 3pences, I've found an amazing amount of these. Absolutely amazing amount. What's the date on that one? Can't make it. 1912, I think. A bit of wear on that side. I do love finding silver. Always had a really good run with silver, you know, since the start. It's when I first started detecting, when I first bought my AtPro in 2015, and it was about October, and me and my son went down to the beach at Douglas, and we just came away with hundreds of coins. I mean, it's like 2 days in a row, and I think we had 120 or 140 coins that we found on the beach, the majority of which were pre-decimal. The sand was quite low up against the wall, and we got down to the old sand and we were just pulling all sorts out. And that really set me in motion for continuing to detect, because it was just an incredible experience. I mean, literally, it was my first main proper time out with the machine. It was a learning couple of days, learning how to use it, and you just wouldn't believe how many coins came out. I mean, I think we came around probably 20 odd silvers. It was an incredible couple of days. And that also got my son deeply involved in it as well. You know, it was such an amazing time. And since then we haven't looked back, and we have an amazing amount of coins and relics and all sorts. Here's a little battered, is it 3 pence, I think? Is it 6 pence? Queen Victoria, old head, don't know what that is, bit of mud. Try again, there you go. Queen Victoria. And don't. Oh yeah, we can just see the date there. 1891, is it? I think. Yeah, that's full silver. Now we have 1 shilling, 1942. That'll be half silver, George VI. Full silvers, if they're full silver, they clean up nice in lemon juice. If you get like silvers off the beach and they're a bit cruddy, as long as you know that they're full silver, lemon juice cleans them up lovely. But the half silver ones, I wouldn't recommend it because it tends to leach the nickel out, and they tend to turn a funny colour. There's a 1936 shilling. That'll be another half silver. George V. There's a little button, top of a button. Fun little pattern. What have we got here? This, I think, it seems to be about the size of a farthing. And that, I think you can just make out a bunhead Victoria. I think that's what it looks like. And this side you can just see the 3 legs. So that must be an Isle of Man farthing as far as I can tell. And this is the usual condition I find the farthings in. But I have on occasion been really lucky and found some really good ones. But I think this was a beach find. Which is probably why it's so hammered. So, we've got a little button. It's not particular posh on this side. You can see a little bit of gilt there. But you can see a lot of the gilt on this side. There's some writing around the edge. Can't remember what it says, but hopefully you'll be able to read that off the phone. Here's another lovely little 3 pence. The 1912. Some of them I have cleaned up, some of them, like this one, this will have been a cleaned up one. I had loads soaking in lemon juice for ages. George V. There's a full silver. What else have we got? Yeah, I think this is just like an old little toy bell. Rather battered thimble. Most of it's there, just a big, it's worn very thin that side and crunched. I think that's like a tin or something. And I think that is a sixpence. And that definitely looks like a beach one. And it's probably a half silver, which is why it's not been cleaned. Oh no, I think it might even just be a nickel one. That looks like a young Elizabeth. So that could be totally out of the silver. Yeah, 1962. Oh, that's just a nickel one then. Is it copper nickel, Cooper nickel, whatever they call it? I liked it when they used to make coins out of silver and gold, but understandably it wouldn't be around for long nowadays, would it? Everybody'd be melting it down and making Pandora. And there we go. I think these, oh no, that one is more than likely a musket ball or a pistol ball, and I'm presuming that one is too, but it's a bit flat on either side. I wonder if it was repurposed for some other reason. So I can imagine it, you know, understand it being flat one side, but the fact it's flat both sides just gives me the idea that somebody's done something with it.